Sword of the Sea is one of my favorite games from this year. This indie gem was so relaxing, calming and chill that I was looking for more experiences like this. Especially after playing games like Ghost of Yotei and Silent Hill F, I needed one. I'm happy to say that I found what I was looking for in Abzu. Abzu is an underwater adventure game from developers Giant Squid and published by 505 Games. I always saw Abzu in people's best indie games list and always on discount on gaming stores, but never took notice of it until I played Sword of the Sea. I absolutely loved that game, and realizing that Giant Squid had 2 more games for me to enjoy was a great feeling. I picked up Abzu the other day and finished it in one sitting. Let me tell you, this game rocks. In Abzu, we take on the role of an ocean diver. After waking up floating on the ocean surface, the diver begins exploring surrounding underwater environments filled with plants and animal life, in addition to uncovering ancient technology and submerged ruins. From the beginning, this game was a visual feast. Giant Squid is formed by ex-developers who made the PS3 classic game Journey, so if you have played that, you know what you're getting into. The visuals and the art design is literally the best thing in this game. You can explore new areas, and every time I did, I was waiting for the next visual delight. The art direction for Abzu really deserves every bit of compliment it gets. The game was colorful and I was mesmerized seeing all these sea animals. I'm not gonna lie, it made me appreciate and think more about what's under the ocean. It's a whole other world. Every segment is just details, the color pop, the way everything moves with the wave made it look like a dreamy feel. And beauty in nature was utilized so well. The art and visuals alone is worth experiencing this game on a big TV. Abzu is not a gameplay first game. It is really about the experience, but gameplay wise, it keeps everything simple. You swim, explore, meditate and interact with the marine life. It's not about skill, challenge or killing everything in front of you. It's about literally going with the flow. The swimming controls are mostly responsive, but it was a bit hard to get into at first. I thought it was sluggish and I was fighting with the controls, but once I got used to it, I understood why it was made this way. The whole swimming and the motions were made this way to make it look natural, and by the end I did appreciate the efforts. But for gameplay, that's about it really. The most unique element was that I could control marine life. Controlling a shark, a whale or a giant squid was pretty cool. There are some light puzzles here and there, but nothing special. Overall, you can clearly see how the developers took Abzu as inspiration for Sword of the Sea. The puzzles, the visuals and the structure of the area were similar, but obviously way more refined in Sword of the Sea. These things makes me happy to see that developers are improving and making better art. Even though Abzu is a narrative game, it doesn't feature much of a story. Like I said, we control a diver that explores the ocean and discovers the ruins of an ancient civilization. The diver is guided by a great white shark, with the intent of destroying a pyramid-like technological device that disrupted the natural balance. It is definitely a pro-environmental story. Most of his themes were subtle, but it did hit the spot, basically showing what our future would look like if we built more machinery that kills nature. Maybe this game is more fitting now compared to 10 years ago, now that AI is taking over everything. The sunken cities also gave off Atlantis vibes. The story and the message was very good and thought-provoking. One of the best elements of Abzu was its music. Composed by Austin Wintory, who also scored Journey. The soundtrack was really stunning. It was orchestral, emotional and perfectly timed with what was going on in the game. It heightened every segment and blended in perfectly with the whole experience. The entire game lasts around 2 hours, and that's when I thought, alright, this is a bit short. I know it was Giant Squid's first game, but it should have been longer. I wish it would have brought more gameplay elements to make these segments longer. I love this experience, but 2 hours was really short. Luckily though, the pacing of navigating through these different segments were well timed, so the runtime did feel more than 2 hours. Overall, Abzu is a great time. Personally, I would call it a playable experience that is literally art, rather than a traditional video game. What the developers achieved here for their first game is just remarkable. The controls were responsive even if it felt awkward at first. The story and its themes achieved what the game was trying to convey to the audience. Saying all that though, I wish Abzu was longer. The 2-hour runtime was not enough for me. And I feel like I would have benefited more if I got to explore more of this world that they have created. My score for Abzu is an 8 out of 10. If you want a short chill experience, I highly recommend it. Let me know down below, what did you think of Abzu? Did you think it was too short too or not? As always, thanks for watching and I'll see everyone on the next video.